Something hot and crunchy.
Light, leafy, and good.
Yeah, good and fried. I got it.
I'll just have a salad.
Introducing a salad for both sides of you. New Dos Locos Salads from El Pollo Loco.
Your weekend news, weather,
and fun starts Saturdays and Sundays at 6.
Sunday at 9. 5 easy ways to get your new year off to a healthy start.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us. This is the KTLA 5 News at noon. I'm Lou Parker. We begin this afternoon with breaking news. Comedy icon Betty White has died at the age of 99. Let's get straight over to Sam Rubin, who is looking back on her life and legacy. Hi, Sam.
Lou, good morning to you. People often speak of certain songs that serve as the soundtrack to their lives. But what about an extraordinary career in front of the camera? I don't think there's anybody watching now who's not a fan of Betty White. From her own pioneering daytime shows to being the queen of the quiz show to a late-in-life trifecta, a trio of hit sitcoms, Betty White packed a huge amount of living into 99 years. A year full of sadness now becomes sadder still, with news that on the last day of the year, our First Lady of Television has passed. Here's a look at the remarkable life of Betty White.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is...
Betty White didn't just get better with age, she got funnier and raunchier.
I have loved Pink's hot dogs forever and ever. So when they said they were going to, well, that's obscene. When they said they were going...
Do you think you can get away with it more?
Oh, sure. I'm 88 years old. You can get by with murder at this age.
Betty was born in Illinois in 1922. Her family moved to Los Angeles during the Great Depression. After graduating from Beverly Hills High School, Betty began performing on radio and the experimental new medium of television.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment.
Soon after, she became one of the first bona fide TV stars. She acted in and produced the hit 1950 show Life with Elizabeth, which earned her the first of more than half a dozen Emmy Awards in 1952. She then moved on to star in Date with the Angels.
Fall in love, fall in love. Other loves surround you.
In the 1970s, White was introduced to a new generation of fans with her Emmy-winning run on The Mary Tyler Moore Show.
I know what I'm doing. Just cue me and then stick a sock in it.
We're all very grateful for the fact that we love each other and we have always gotten along. Just think if it had been one of those shows where we don't speak. That wouldn't have been any fun.
At the age of 63, White landed one of her biggest career breaks, starring on the hit NBC show, The Golden Girls.
Thank you for being a friend.
The show earned White another Emmy and 2 Golden Globe nominations and introduced her to yet another new generation of fans.
You know what I hate doing most after a party?
Trying to find your underwear in the big pile?
After starring in a popular Snickers commercial, fans launched a Facebook campaign to get her to host Saturday Night Live in 2010. It worked, and she became the oldest and one of the best hosts in SNL history.
When I first heard about the campaign to get me to host Saturday Night Live, I didn't know what Facebook was. And now that I do know what it is, I have to say, it sounds like a huge waste of time.
White parlayed that hosting gig into a starring role on the TV land show Hot in Cleveland, which won her another Emmy and 2 SAG Awards.
I am rich.
And now you're handsome.
In addition to acting, Betty has served as the ambassador for animal rights, donating hundreds of thousands of dollars to the LA Zoo. Perhaps the only thing she enjoyed more than helping animals was being in front of the camera. And when I asked her what kept her going after 8 decades in Hollywood, she said it was the eternal joy and gratefulness for her career.
I've been around so long they can't get rid of me. 63 years is a long time to hang in at this, and who would have ever dreamed that at 90 years old you'd still be privileged to be asked to do stuff. And I don't take it for granted. I taste every minute of it.
Now, that conversation was 9 years ago. She still tasted every minute of it. An extensive celebration was planned for Betty White on her 100th birthday on January 17th. Her agent said that, frankly, he thought she'd live forever. He also said this: I don't think Betty ever feared passing because she always wanted to be with her most beloved husband, Alan. Alan Ludden, of course, the host of Password. She believed she would be with him again. That chance for a reunion in the heavens happens now as we say goodbye to Betty White, who died just hours ago, Lou. She was 99 years of age and absolutely loved and revered.
For sure. And, you know, we spoke last hour of how much she worked with animal advocacy, too. I think that's really special as well. So, Sam, thank you. Unexpected, obviously, but thank you for an insight into her life and legacy. We appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks, Lou.
And a live look in Hollywood now, where fans are gathering at Betty White's star. Mike Case is overhead in Sky 5. Mike.
Lou, you know, Lou and Sam, we wanted to give you the first look of folks that have come by to pay their respects to the Hollywood star right at McCadden Place and Hollywood Boulevard on the north side of the street here in downtown Hollywood. This scene has been growing, and we understand that the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce will be laying a wreath of flowers here about 4 p.m. at this location here. Again, the north side of Hollywood Boulevard, just east of McCadden Place. Again, the Hollywood star Betty White, who passed away this morning at the age of 99. That's it from Sky 5 over Hollywood. Back to you.
All right, Mike, thank you so much. We are just one day away from the highly anticipated return of the Tournament of Roses parade. After 1 year hiatus due to the coronavirus, the time-honored tradition is back on the streets of Pasadena. So many people excited about this, but there are a few new COVID protocols in place to keep everyone safe. KTLA 5's Lauren Lister is live along the parade route with more on that. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lou. Here along the parade route, new at noon, campers can start staking out their space along Colorado Boulevard along the parade route to camp overnight and get those great front row seats. But as you mentioned, look, things are going to be different. We are seeing a surge in COVID cases with this Omicron variant. Joining us now is the fire chief in Pasadena, Chad Augustine. Thank you so much for being here. So we're here on the grandstands. Things are really getting going. Campers can start setting up along Colorado Boulevard right now as we speak. What do campers need to know about the rules this year?
Most importantly, and good afternoon to you, Happy New Year's. This is a great time to be here in Pasadena. We're excited with the parade being not last year. There's so much excitement and buzz here in the air. What I would say is pack your patience and a little bit of grace. It's already really crowded here. The weather's beautiful for Pasadena, and what we want is you to have just a great time, experience a wonderful parade, but also make sure that it's done safely.
Yeah. So campers can set up all along Colorado Boulevard along the parade route, but there are some rules. Tell us about fires. What's permitted when it comes to fires? Tell us about any sort of COVID protocols people should be following, and also just anything having to do with hours of operation, when they can actually sort of set up on the street.
Absolutely. So to first start, you'll see a blue line along the street just outside the curb area. You can cross that after 11 o'clock tonight. What we talk about with fires is no bonfires. We can have approved barbecues or other commercial devices. They have to be at least 1 foot off the ground and 25 feet away from a structure. When it comes to COVID protocols, in the non-ticketed areas, masks are not required, but we're highly recommending that you wear a mask just for everyone's safety. It's going to be cold tonight with the temperatures in the low 40s to even upper 30s. Dress in layers, dress warmly, have good food and nourishment.
Really quickly before we go, it is your first year as fire chief, your first Rose Parade. How are you feeling about that?
I am so excited. Wonderful team. The entire city of Pasadena comes together to make sure that this is a wonderful event for everyone. So we wish you just a wonderful New Year's, and I am excited to be here.
Thanks so much, Chief. If we have time, let's throw up some information on your screen about things you'll need to know if you're in the ticketed grandstands, because you will need proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test within 72 hours, and you do have to wear a mask if you're over 2 years old. So those are things to know. Coming up next hour, we'll speak to some of those people starting to stake out their space on Colorado Boulevard. For now, that's the latest live in Pasadena. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Lauren, thank you. With COVID cases surging right now, it's hard to find at-home testing kits ahead of tonight's New Year's Eve festivities. LA County is being hit especially hard with new infections. KTLA 5's Corrine Winter is joining us live from Pacoima, where free testing kits are being handed out this afternoon. Hi, Corrine.
Hi there, Lou. That's right, a big morning out here earlier today, and we spoke with LA City Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez, and she told us that the goal was really to reach as many residents as possible in this district by handing out those test kits that were distributed here earlier today, 1,000 of them, and she said this was critical. Well, with the New Year's Eve celebrations fast approaching, she said she wanted everyone to celebrate safely this year, and we heard from LA County health officials this week saying we are now experiencing the worst of the COVID-19 surge fueled by the Omicron variant with the holiday travel, also all those family gatherings. Residents here, they lined up early, they had to pre-register, and these tests were only available to those who reside in Rodriguez's district. Now, some residents we spoke with, they said they were nervous about even holding small gatherings this year with infection rates rising, but that testing will help to ease some of that anxiety since it's all about staying as safe as possible. Of course, officials have encouraged the public to celebrate safely by limiting the number of people in attendance. Many public celebrations we know across LA have been canceled this year, some being held virtually. LA County reported more than 20,000 new COVID cases on Thursday, the highest level during the pandemic, and more than triple the number of cases reported last week.